We just have to learn to control the things we can control. And we can't control if the market's going to go in the direction we want it to go. It's not going to happen. There's so many different factors that are out of our control, which makes it only a probability, and it doesn't make it certain. And so I was definitely the problem, but I also became the solution. And I think that's how it is. We just have to learn to control the things we can control. And we can't control if the market's going to go in the direction we want it to go. It's not going to happen. There's so many different factors that are out of our control, which makes it only a probability, and it doesn't make it certain. And so going after a new strategy and trying to crack the code and figuring out that one thing that's always going to work, it's just not even plausible, because there are too many factors that are out of my control. So I have to work on a probability. And when I just started following the daggone probability, make it as super simple as possible, so I don't have to use any resources up top in between my ears. I don't have to use any resources. Just follow the damn strategy. Who cares what happens in between? Who cares what happens when you start? Who cares what happens when you finish? Who cares what happens if, I don't put too much on any one trade. I trade one freaking micro in futures. One micro. That's all it takes. I don't have to trade anything other than that. One micro. And then I have 25 copied accounts. Do you realize, if you just have one freaking micro and you trade a couple times and all of a sudden you make $100 in a day in one account times 25, you've just made $2,500 in one day. It doesn't take much. But when we put too much on the damn trade and we think that everything rides on this one trade and we put all our eggs in one basket and we stake too much on one single trade because it has to work, we are the problem. We're the ones making it not work. And so I trade prop firms, because I love using other people's money. But I put too much on any one trade, and it was taking me out, and I would move my stop loss, and it would mess with the drawdown, and you don't have that much anyway. It says you're trading $25,000 account, $50,000 account, $75,000 account, $100,000 account, whatever prop firm challenge you choose. But you're not. You only have the buffer. That's all you have. And so, all these things are geared to psychologically mess with us and make us take these things and make us trade more and make us think that we have all this pressure, this time pressure, this money pressure, this I got to do it by a certain deadline. They know what they're doing, but as soon as I found out, I just got to let go. I don't have to meet a timeline. I don't have to pay these bills by this method. It clicked. It finally clicked. Because it's I don't care if I win or lose any one single trade. Do I want it to win over the long haul? Of course I do. That's why I do this. But does it have to win this very trade? Does the trade even have to show up? Does the trade have to show up multiple times a day? It doesn't. Because the moment I care so much, I get in my head so much, and then I mess so much up. So when I made this super simple strategy, I just use support and resistance. Very simple. I know when to get in. I know when to get out. I really don't give a care what happens in between. And when I don't care what happens in between, I can let go. I don't have to put too much on the trade. I don't have to micromanage every single tick of every single candle. I don't have to. I don't have to worry about moving my stop, because if I move my stop, it's because I care too much about the trade being wrong or not working out. If I have to hurry up and move my stop to break even, or hurry up and move my stop to catch anything I'm in the green for a particular trade, because I'm afraid it almost hit my stop, but then other people are getting out too early because they don't want to be left holding the bag. I better get out too, or else any profit that I have in the trade, I'm going to lose that too. I care too much. I care too much if that's the case. So it really clicked when I just don't care. And before the trade, if I put too much on the trade because I'm really hoping this trade works out, or I really hope I hit my profit goal sooner than later because I like to hit a certain amount in a day, I care too much. I'm putting too much on the trade. It really works like that. And I lose a lot. But I win more than I lose. And that's just how probabilities work. Anytime we can't control every single factor of every single element, every single variable, every single variant, it's a probability. And I can't stake too much on any one time. If I care too much emotionally, if I care too much mentally, if I care too much spiritually, if I care too much financially, I'm making mistakes. So I just don't anymore. I trade one freaking micro. That's it. One micro on my leader account. And then I have 25 follower accounts or 24 follower accounts. I don't even care. Because and my trade shows up plenty. I just off support and resistance, and then it's all over the place. So I think most people are closer than they realize. I really do. It's not another strategy. Nail down one strategy. And I mean it. Make it super simple. Because the moment I started trying to track every single time that I was following it or not following it, regardless of win rate, get that out of your head. Because win rate doesn't mean anything without a whole system. You need to know when to get in, when to get out. You need to know how much money to put on every single trade. You need to make it uniform across all your trades so that you are tracking a probability that is somewhat uniform across every trade. Once you do that, and you must stick to every single thing, when to get in, when to get out, and not care anything in between. When you do that, you start to find out how probable it really is. And how much do I actually execute this trade as often as it should be executed? Or am I the one botching it up? And I was. Because when I'm the one botching it up, I figured out that I was the problem. And that's where the gold is right there, guys. Because then you are the solution. And when you see that you are the solution and you start to fix what's between your two ears, everything else takes care of itself. And that is my strength. That is my forte. And it's embarrassing because that's what I've been doing for 10 plus years in psychology with people. And it's been my occupation for 10 years. But I struggled with the same thing in trading. I needed it too much. I wanted it too much. I craved it too much. And it's okay to have it as a goal. But when I stake too much of my identity on that trade, that's where I fudged up. I'm telling you, you don't need much. You really don't. And when you don't have to have much, that's when a whole lot comes your way. I'm telling you. So I'm willing to help anybody who needs the help. You know, God knows how much I needed this help when I was in a rut. So it was bad. But learning to let go, man, I tell you, that's the key. That is the key. It can be trained. It can be learned. It can be installed. Subscribe below. Hit me up below. Comment below. Like below. I don't care, man. Let me know, and I will help whoever needs the help, however I can help them. Unfortunately, I can't help everybody, but those I can, I'll do my darndest. All right. God bless. And I'll see you all in the next one.